out to him. This is the Shift Pitch Whisperer Day, guys. Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
money.
Let's get to the
money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty K of 4 units getting played, always find the value, I will never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace on a shitty old picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-Prop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies. Get to the motherfucking money. Welcome to the Balking Dead, guys, where there is no fucking sleep for the wicked. Smash the like on the way in. And if you don't know, I'm your host, Sharpie's Bets. And on Sundays, we bring in the man with the pack, C-Mac. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I slept in a little bit. Some of these Sundays, I'm not right on the card right away after a crazy week. But I got to give a shout out to last week. You know, Drury, I thought Anderson hung a curveball that he could have took deep, and he lined one after that out. But I got to give a shout out to you. We both liked it, but you mentioned it. The Trey Turner swipe. About 60 seconds, my day turned around. Freddie Freeman gets a base hit after that. We're in the money last week. So shout out to you, my guy. I want to give that to you.
Bro, I went to sleep pissed off and seen money in my account and seen that he cashed it in the 7th inning, you know, and hey, I'll take that shit, baby. Little plus monies. But you got any afternoon action to talk about? I don't even know if there's any other games going on because I've got no other action going.
Yeah, I do not. I don't really want this, you know, the Pirates San Francisco game. There's just no way. I mean, I think the Pirates price is solid. There was no hitters there. But this guy I did bet, and shout out to Tone. He put it out on Twitter. I already bet it. You know, he went 2 for 2 last night, solo homer and a sac fly. Correa's over 1.5 was plus 115. I think that was an automatic bet. He got, you know, it's not that he beats up on lefties, but he hits them pretty well and a little bit better. You know, this year his power's a little down, but I think he's only got like 90 at bats versus him. And this guy Davidson is trash. He's trash in the minors. He just can't make it. He's a failed guy. They really had high hopes for them in the Braves system that just didn't get it done. So yeah, that was a lone one with the Twins. I had to take that, you know, plus 115, maybe even get plus 120 was Correa over 1.5.
Yeah, I had no dirty K full unit plays today. This just wasn't my type of card. There was probably 3 or 4 guys I broke into. I had a couple half unit plays, and I'm looking like I'm breaking even or going to be up a half unit. So pretty much a wasted day, but I knew that coming into capping it that I wasn't going to like it a lot. That way I didn't really pull the trigger on anything. And I get it. A lot of people are going to want to run Wood versus Pittsburgh, and that's where I talk about how I don't just play the situation. It's got to be my pitcher to be in that situation. And, I'll run into a wall with that. But Wood should hit his K-prop. Pittsburgh does suck dick versus lefties. I get it. Pittsburgh smacked them last time, guys. I wouldn't put too much into that. They're still not hitting lefties. So if you are on Wood's K-prop, I guess that would be the one I would lean toward the over. But I don't just play situations, but I don't expect Pittsburgh to get them twice. They already got them once, and they're just putrid versus lefties, guys.
What is it, 4.5? The K
That's
prop
probably 5.5 to a
5.5.
6.5 because they're not dumb, but dude, what's the type of guy that should get that versus this team? I just don't buy. I don't bet shoulds, and I don't bet on wood. But uh, shout out to the chat though. Smash the fucking like if you haven't, and we're here to talk about one game mainly, but we always give you a little information on the other one's going to crack off. So let's get to the main game of the card that we're here to talk about. Smash the like if you haven't, hit the share, hit the retweet, and let's get to the motherfucking monies. But
Get it.
yeah, Sunday Night Baseball. We've got Yankees and Red Sox. First five is New York Yankees minus 145, Boston at a plus 110. Five was juiced to the under, where the full game is Yankees at a minus 135, Boston plus 113, juiced to the over at a 9. And those were numbers 3 hours ago, guys, so it may have changed, and Connor will correct me because he's got live lines in front of him, and they always move by the time I write them. And let's get to the write-up. Yankees, Red Sox, guys. Sunday night baseball between these two AL East rivals. Jameson Taillon's 11-2 with a 3.95 ERA, 3.61 home, and a 4.39 road. He is on the road here versus Michael Waka fucking Flocka Flame. Wish you weren't coming off the IL so I could back you here, but we'll talk about that when I get to it. He's 6-1 with a 2.69 ERA. He has a home 1.69 and a road 3.79. And he's coming off an IL stint dating back to June 28th, which was the shoulder issue. He is coming off of 79 pitches on his last rehab start, so he shouldn't be on too much limits, guys. Expect right around that limit to maybe some after. I know some people will project him 15 pitches more, but when you're going up versus a team like the Yankees, you could probably just count him for that 79 pitches. I don't think they're going to push him too much farther versus this team, and that's where we're going to have to get at it this in props later on is how bad this Red Sox bullpen's been, and that's where we're really going to have to take advantage because if Waka fucking Flocka Flame wasn't coming off of this fucking IL stint, I'd be backing him first five not full game, but we'll get to that. So at the end of the day, no pitch limits should be put on him, and winner claims the series. This is their 13th game. Yankees lead 7-5. So at the end of the day, Yankees ain't dominating them too much, but Boston still hasn't won a series in their own division all fucking year. And is this the time to do it? I'm not betting this right here, but I wouldn't hate it. But both teams not playing up to par over their last 10 games. Red Sox are 3-7, batting .227, being outscored by 20 fucking runs with a team ERA of 6. They've just been disgusting pretty much every which way before the trade deadline and after the trade deadline. Well, the Yankees ain't really playing up to par either, guys. They're 2-8 over their last 10, batting .229, being outscored by 8 runs with a team ERA of 4.35. This is now Taillon's third time seeing these Red Sox since July 10th, with one of those being a back-to-back, and he got cracked the first time. And what did we do? We usually back Taillon on a back-to-back when he gets cracked. He's one of those pitchers who's shown when he gets hit hard the first time, you back him again. And it happened again with Seattle over the last few weeks, guys. He got hit by Seattle tough. We rode him right back into a wall, guys, and said, watch, guys, he's going to go out there and shove. This is what Taillon does. He is a 5-pitch pitcher, so at times he can have problems controlling it, guys. But he rarely has back-to-back games having problems controlling it. And, it is what it is. And to me, I can't bet Taillon in this spot, guys. This is just too many times at the end of the day, even though this team is not hitting, that's just not what I'm looking to bet on, is picking on a spot, guys. At the end of the day, they are professional fucking hitters. And if Michael Waka wasn't coming off of a fucking if he wasn't coming off the IL, he hasn't seen the Yankees this year. He's been dominant all year. And the 2 times he's seen the Yankees last year, he went 5 innings, both games, 0 runs, both times. I just wish I could bet him right here, guys. The guy's been fucking money, and he's been money betting pitching versus these Yankees, guys. He hasn't been scared. He's got a 1.69 home ERA this year. Just at the end of the day, I do have a rule of I don't bet people coming off the IL. Just not good for fucking business, not for me. So no run first inning is at a plus 105. And like I was saying, Red Sox pin is just fucking trash. 30th over the last 30 days with a 6.94 and 25th over the last 15 with a 5.1. Yankees over the last 30 days have the 11th pin with a 3.4 And over the last 15th, they have a 3.71. They're 17th. So they've fallen off a little bit. But at the end of the day, way, way difference in bullpens. Yankees bullpen's elite. Boston's isn't. And it's just, what are we going to get out of these starting pitchers? And I don't know what we get out of Waka. At the end of the day, I think he goes out and deals, guys, but I don't bet thinks. And Tyon, he's a mixed bag of tricks, guys. If he's on, he can be on. If he's not, he's not. And what I don't know what I'm going to get with him. So I know I sound like a fucking Yahoo who's telling you a bunch of stats and not giving you anything conclusive. And I'm not here to pump smoke up your ass and tell you I got a bet here or there. And when I don't, so hopefully my man Connor can help you out a little bit more, because I don't have a bet on those sides in total right now, and I'm stuck realistically.
Yeah, I don't have a bet here in this game either, because I don't want Waka off the IL. You talked about how good he's been all year, but he hasn't pitched in 6 weeks. So I don't want him here. If I were at a free bet, I'd be on the Yankees, as crazy as it says. But, the rivalry, anything could go. Both games, a 3-2 Red Sox win, then the Yankees win 3-2. I just don't feel great on the side in total. Shout out to Isaiah here real quick with that. I'd be on the Twins there. I mean, there's not a ton of value. They blew it last night. They lost 5-3. The Angels finally scored runs, after scoring 1 run in like 20 innings. You're not a ton of value there. And then their team total is 4.5. Right around the same, -120. I think they get to Davidson. That guy is not very good. He should get cracked, as Sharpie likes to say.
And it's 95 to 100 all up and down California.
Yeah, a little wind blowing out, around 8 to 9, hot weather. So, yeah, maybe there should be some runs. But on a Sunday, you never know. But I don't think Davidson is very good, as we mentioned with the Correa prop. Tyon, he's been good all year. You mentioned the time he got ripped, and then he was back-to-back start against these Red Sox. He pitched good. He only gave up 1. That Waka, that's where I'd lean Yankees if I had to. Even though he's been good all year, maybe he comes back. His start in the minors, his rehab start, 4 1/3. He gave up 2, wasn't that sharp. And I love to, either I don't bet like Sharpie just mentioned, or I fade these guys. I will just flat fade them if they're a bad pitcher. And Waka's been pretty good this year. He was starting to give up a little before he hit the shoulder injury. And we know pitchers, elbow and shoulder, not good. And and real quick with Tyon, both his last starts, okay. Seattle, he got hit pretty hard. That first one, then he went 7. He gave up 3 on just 3 hits, but the long ball's been a little bit of his problem lately. So side in total, I'm going to be off. 2 low-scoring games. This happened earlier in the year with these teams. I remember the first series they had was like this, like 3-2 games. Then it got back to the high-scoring, 4.5-hour games, bunch of high-scoring games. And then this series, the first 2 games, low-scoring. So seems like a day there could be runs, but I don't want to mess with the total either. I'm not like Sharpie, like you said. I don't want to blow smoke and take something that I just don't love here. So if I, like I said, had a free bet, it'd be the Yankees.
Hey, I get the fade because guess what? I've lost so much money that I won't bet on a guy coming off the IL. Like, that means you're winning money if you're betting on fading guys off the IL. At the end of the day, guys, I'm just not the guy who bets. We bet differently, but it's telling you what to do. At the end of the day, if you want to fade somebody, it's fade the Waka train. But you've got to be fading guys off the IL all year. You can't just pick your spots when you're going to fade a guy off the IL. This is a trend you need to be following and betting at the end of the day, because I learned to get off of the betting on the guy on the IL, unless their name's Max Scherzer or fucking Verlander. But still, I've learned they don't usually let them go more than the pitches they went in fucking minor league. Even though they say they're ready and they're ready to go, the coaches don't let them go. It's the organization. So you still got to factor that in there. But this ain't them. And,
That's good news, though, for that bad bullpen you mentioned, though. Waka will probably go just 4 or 5. He wasn't going deep anyways. So coming off there, they should get to that Boston pen pretty early, maybe the 4th, 5th inning. So that's good news for if you like the Yankees.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping even if he's on, they got to pull him because of his, like, okay, it's like, oh, we don't want to hurt you, kid. But at the end of the day, we got to talk a little pitching props, and I did not break down Waka's prop, guys. Like I said, we're not going to break down somebody coming off the IL when we don't know how many pitches they're going to go. I don't bet unders. So That would be a spot where I'd look at the under, but like I said, I'm not going to give you any factual basis on that. So let's talk Jamison Tyon. They gave him out at 5 plus 110, and on Prize Picks 4.5. His fantasy score is at 30.5 on Prize Picks. Over his last 10, he's averaging 5.2. Over his last 6, he's averaging 5. Now they're giving us less than his average at plus money. Now, is that an alarm? Yes and no. At the end of the day, these Red Sox, to me, it's an alarm. At the end of the day, yes. It can be, there's always going to be a yes and a no, but to me, the yeses outweigh the no's. Here we fucking go. This guy's averaging 5.2 over his last 10, 5.1 over his last 8, and 5 over his last 6. Since the trade deadline, the Boston Red Sox have been top 5 in swing and miss percentages, guys. So by all the numbers and by everything you're going to look at, they've been striking the fuck out. And I know if you run K-props and you watch the show that you've picked on them quite a bit over the last few weeks with how much they've been swinging missing. And now especially Tommy Pham's at the top of their lineup. He is so feast or famine, get his fucking name, but he'll either fucking have 2-3 hits or strike out 2-3 times. It's ridiculous how good or bad he can be and detrimental to a K-prop. But I take him in for a couple strikeouts each time I look and see Pham, especially leading into the top of the lineup if the guy has elite shit. But Tyon right now is bothering me. When I run up his numbers versus the 10th and the 16th, there's nothing there that says play it. And they're giving you plus money on a man's average versus a team that's striking out. That to me is a big red flag. And then we get into his home road splits. He does average 1.5 more strikeouts on the road. He is on the road here, and he averages 8.1 strikeouts per 9 versus the left-handed side and 7.5 versus the right-handed side. And once again, fuck Aaron Boone. I mean that towards the prop way. I do not mean that in any other way. The only Yankee that I can put my money on is Garrett Cole as a pitcher. I cannot back any Yankee pitcher. Montas last night, for one. Jordan Montgomery, now I took him off the list because he's been traded to St. Louis. Thank you, Jesus. But he pulls pitchers way too fucking early, way too soon. Pitch counts are low. They're humming, and he decides to go to his elite bullpen. That's just going to murder you on your K props, guys. At the end of the day, Aaron Boone only trusts one pitcher, and that's Garrett fucking Cole to leave out there. At any other giving time, if his little analytic people tells him, hey, time to pull him, he's going to fucking pull him, guys, and you're going to be flabbergasted and kicked right in the balls, and I'm going to tell you, you got Aaron fucking Boone. So I can never, ever bet a fucking Yankee strikeout prop other than Garrett Cole, and don't hate me if you bet him over and you get Aaron Boone today, guys. Like, it's just like, what the fuck? I've had it happen. So you got anything to say on this pitching prop? If not, go ahead and unload on us on some hitting props.
I don't. When you talk and you're not really on anything, Sharpie, and something hasn't caught my eye, I leave it alone. The hitting props, right to it. Let's touch on the Red Sox real quick. There's only two guys I really bet with the Red Sox. That's Devers and Bogarts. You know, Bogarts is plus 105, 110. You know, it was over 1.5 I was looking at. And Devers is minus 105. He's 2 for 8 with a jack. Bogarts was 5 for 17. The one guy is sneaky, I think, if you want to look at, is Hosmer. You know, make sure that we're in the lineup, all these guys. I think he will be in the lineup. His over 1.5, plus 160. I think it's a decent matchup. Only 1 for 3 off Tyon in his career. But I think that could be a sneaky, real big plus money there over the 1.5. And Yankees, right to it. Come on. Rizzo. I mean, how this just jumps off the page, and it's a little shocking. I mean, every book has got plus 115. I got plus 120. It's just, guys, 21 for 49. He's hitting 429 off Waka. You know, you saw him all those years with the Cubs, and when he was on the Cards, Waka. 3 jacks, 2 doubles. I'm on his over 1.5, which is crazy plus money there, and I'm going to put some on his jack. He had good numbers. I think it was 7 for 15 off Eovaldi on Friday, hit a homer, and he almost had one yesterday. That one that probably went out in 29 ballparks except Fenway. So just gaudy number there for Rizzo. It's a must take for me at that price at plus 120 over the 1.5, and I will put some on his jack. Lastly, the only other guy I looked at, DJ LeMahieu, 7 for 18, good numbers, 3 doubles. It's minus 110. If you like that, I'm not gonna bet it, but good numbers. But when I can get plus money, I'll be on Rizzo. That was my lone one there with the Yankees that I'll be on today.
All right. Well, I got two that I'm on, one on each side, and none that you talked about. That's the fucking best part, guys. So let's get
Beautiful.
fucking to it. We're gonna talk about our old Dodger, probably the hottest fucking Red Sox on this team, and the number one lefty in all of baseball and not striking out. He strikes out less than 10% of the time to right-handed pitching, and yes, he has bad numbers versus Tyon, but at the end of the day, it's less than 15 plate appearances, and I'd like to say he wasn't hot at that time. Right now, Alex Verdugo is fucking hot. He is 13 for 32 with 7 doubles and a yopper over his last 10. And I get it, guys. If you look at the box score, he is batting 231 and 13 at bats off of Tyon. Well, get him while he's hot, my friend. Get him while he's hot. I'm going to take him 2+ bases plus 129, and I will sprinkle the home run at plus 900. Yes, he's not a big home run hitter, guys. He is a gap hitter, but he's got a beautiful fucking swing at the end of the day. I love the kid, and he's hot. At the end of the day, I'm gonna ride this guy while I can. And on the other side, Josh Donaldson. He's only 2 for 6, super small sample size off of Waka. Nothing to look at, guys. But these fucking Yankees have been trash over the last 10 days, guys. 2 for 8, batting 227 collectively. 2-8 wins and losses is what I mean. They have not been good, and they're batting 227. Well, one guy who has been fucking good is Josh Donaldson, guys. He's 11 for 37 with 4 doubles and 2 home runs, 8 ribbies in his last 10 games. 2 for 6 off of Walker, guys. I'm gonna take his hits, runs, RBIs at 2+ minus 145. Now I know it's a little juicy, but I expect people to, if they don't get to Walker, I expect them to get to this bullpen later on. Multiple chances will be on this Yankees side, more than what I believe will be on the Red Sox side of them having to get to Tyon if they're going to get to him, if they're going to get to the Yankees. So I just think that even Walker being on a very small pitch count, if what normal shouldn't go past 5 innings, and I should have 4 innings of a shitty bullpen, guys, and this guy's gonna have ducks on the pond, so I will be on him at 2+ at minus 145. Shout out to the 40 deep. Smash the like if you haven't. We're gonna fucking hit a commercial, and then we're gonna hit you with some best bets. So, yes, sir. Now I know I always come with the funny promo about Manscaped, about don't hedge your bets, go hedge your balls. Well, fuck, I got to give you something even better today. If you really ever in San Antonio, Texas, guys, and you are around Southtown 101, now I went there for a week. A lot of us went out there. No bullshit, guys. I could have ate any other fucking place I wanted to. I ate there like 3-4 times a day. Like, I'm a weird fucker, guys. Once I find food I like, I'll fucking keep going back. So I'm not just plugging the man who does pay our bills around here and sponsors Pub Sports because it's his baby. But no, his food is fucking bomb, and it's super cheap compared to California pricing, bro. Holy fuck, Lord. Get full and a whole meal off like $8, bro. I was blown away. I was like, bro, this $20 where I live, man. I'm coming
everything's
back.
20. Everything's a 20 spot.
Everything's a dub, bro, at the end of the day, bro. So shout out to the guy who's got bomb ass fucking food. And let's get to best bets. What you want for best bet, my guy?
Well, we'll just stick to I talked about the other one and the Twins, the Correa. This is the lone one. I'm gonna stick to the lone play here. I mentioned the Red Sox. I don't mind the Hosmer. That's on your own prerogative, but it's Rizzo. I got plus 120 over 1.5. And real quick with the homer, in most places he's plus like 380. But if I could get 420 or more, like that's my rule. That's your prerogative with whether you bet on his homer or not. So yeah, if I can get 425 or more, I might put it. But I love the plus money with the over 1.5, so I would just stick with that. You're good.
No, yes, sir. I was just unmuting me, but yes, I only have two bets in this game, and the one I feel comfortable as the best bet is going to be the Donaldson guys. 2+ hits, runs, RBIs -145, and let Rizzo be on the 1.5 bases for him to bring him the ducks in the pond. The guy has 8 ribbies over his last 10 games. He has 4 doubles, 2 home runs, and he's batting 11 for 37. Guys, he's hitting a little over right around the 300 range. Like, give me the hottest Yankee with ducks on the pond and a shitty ass Red Sox bullpen. Happy 420, guys. It ain't 420. I'm saying that because it's time to fucking dip. So if you haven't already, go on over to Prize Picks and and use that promo code PubSports. Why? Your first match deposit up to $100. They got you. So go do us a favor, do you a favor, and use that promo code. Smash the fucking like if you already haven't. C-Mac at the pack, do you have any last words for these fine young gentlemen?
No, just shout out to the chat. As I always say, Pub Sports Radio, we have the best chat in the goddamn game. Hands down to our guys, Jacksonville Zoe, Tone up in here. Noli, what's up? Sonny, Jake, Nilo, Isaiah, Betting Beans. Shout out to everyone. Sammy Comer. Shout out to all you guys. Best chat in the game, period.
And if you don't know, you should know. Go follow Connor Mack at Connor Mack Bets on Twitter. He gives out all of his, well, not all of his plays, most of his plays. And I know he gave out Correa before the show because I was talking to Tone and he got he's like, oh, fucking Connor's on it too. We're fucking dashing. So
yeah, I already put it in like an hour before. I was like, love it. Get it.
Let's go tap some fucking tickets, guys. We still got a good afternoon, and let's get to the fucking monies. Until next time, pull them cheeks back and use Vaseline on them, please.
Like, I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
We're live.